ATL.GA faithful, my people. I'm the Douglas Carter, back on the scene doing my thing. And I just want to say I appreciate you and the work that you do. This is just a real quick impromptu video, Atlanta Falcons breakdown of what happened in the Eagles game and what we got this Sunday coming up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I went back, kind of watched the condensed game because while the actual game was being played, it was mine and my wife's anniversary and we were out doing something. I tried to take a couple of sneak peeks at the game while it was being played. And when we settled for 2 field goals, in my mind, I knew it was the end of the Eagles game. Like, you can't drive down there and just get 2 field goals. If you score 2 touchdowns and it's 14-0, it's a different ball game. Quick edit real quick. It wouldn't have been 14-0. It would have been 14-7 because on their first drive, we let them score a touchdown. So, yeah. Why we didn't use Kyle Pitts in the red zone is beyond my comprehension, because that's what we brought him in here to do, is be a red zone threat, because we all know we've struggled in the red zone for years. So when I was looking at the Eagles game, the penalties killed us. First of all, we didn't really play that bad. Like, if we could have cut down on the penalties and just made the plays that we were supposed to make, I think it would have been a different game. Grady Jarrett, he had good hustle and got Jalen Hurts to step out of bounds, which was like a sack. But even the great Grady Jarrett, one of my favorite players on the team, missed a couple sacks that he had. Some other players missed a couple plays. Kaminsky, I saw him run and try to hit somebody and totally missed him, and the guy got a bunch of extra yak. I was going to just say yards after carry. Another quick edit on a mess up, not yards after carry, it's yards after catch or yards after contact. My bad. But he got a bunch of extra yak on the missed tackles. We had a lot of missed tackles. We had over pursue, like our guys were going too fast, too hard. When on a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, who's shifty and is going to try to make something happen, you got to kind of dance with them for a second and wait for everybody to catch up, and that way you actually get him down before he makes a big play. So that was one problem. The penalties absolutely killed us. We would start to get something going, and then we would get moved way back, and it was like, man, what are we going to do? We're still trying to establish the run, and it just wasn't working out. Then Calvin Ridley, there was one play, and everybody's going to drop passes, I understand that, but it was a big drop, man, because it was a play. It would have been like a 20-yard gain, give or take, and he dropped it. It was a little high. He had to high point it. He got both hands on it, though, and he dropped it. Then it was another screen pass to Mike Davis. He tried to start running before he caught the ball, and he dropped it. Just like a number of things that looked like a preseason mistakes, preseason game. Like, you play the preseason game to make those mistakes and get them out of the way. So maybe we should have played a little bit more of our starters in the preseason. The final score was atrocious, but the game really wasn't that bad. The defense really didn't play that bad. They came up with a good amount of stops and got us the ball back, and then our offense would kind of start to get something going, and then there'd be a penalty. And then in the fourth quarter, the lead was so much they could just pin their ears back, and Matt Ryan was just like a deer in headlights back there. So as bad as the score was and as bad as we looked, you clean up a couple mistakes, you clean up a couple arm tackles, and it's a good ball game. Now, we got the Buccaneers coming up, and they got weapons everywhere. Like, let's not kid ourselves, man. Antonio Brown, Mike Evans, you got Leonard Fournette, you got the other running back, I forget his name right now, but he's good. I think it's like Ronald Jones or something like that. They got Gronkowski. They got Tom Brady. Their defensive line is awesome. I mean, they're a bunch of older vets, but they know how to rush the quarterback. So it's just like, you got to come out, try to play mistake-free football, limit your penalties. You got to use Kyle Pitts in the red zone. Hey, if it's 1st and goal, one of the first 3 plays, you got to try to give Kyle Pitts a shot. You know, 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, it doesn't matter. But one of those, you got to give him a shot. We can't settle for field goals. Everybody knows that. If we get behind early, it's going to be despicable. But yeah, keys to victory. You know, everybody does like the keys to victory. Our offensive line has to get better. We got to run the ball. We got to do some play action. We got to do some time control. We got to limit penalties, limit turnovers, and we got to create some turnovers, and it could be a good game, and we might could sneak out a victory. You know, anything's possible, but from what I saw against the Eagles, it doesn't look like we stand a chance against the Buccaneers, but everybody's going to be playing for their pride and whoop a man, one man on a man, whoop a man. Like Hugh Douglas says on 92.9 The Game, hey, man on man, whoop a man, man whoop a man. You got to do it. You got to do your job. Everybody has to do their job, and hopefully we can keep it close and maybe pull out a victory. That's all I got for y'all right now. Just trying to hit you with something real quick. Y'all wish me luck tomorrow. My son got a game. First game we played last weekend, we won 39-7. So we had a good showing. Hopefully we'll get out there and do our thing tomorrow. Everybody who's coaching, everybody who's doing their thing or got a team, high school, college, you know, up to if you got people that play in the NFL. Hope everybody does good. Georgia Bulldogs got South Carolina. We should stomp a mud hole in them. Braves got to get some wins together. Atlanta United is playing really good. They're on a little winning streak here. You know, the Hawks are going to be ready when their time comes around. So let's just keep the faith. Let's keep good hopes up. Hopefully we'll have a better showing with the Falcons this Sunday. And I'm going to end the show like I end all my shows. Thank God works. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. 1.